welcome to Therapy Thursday with Donna. Today I'd like to talk to you about glimmers, what they are and how you can use them. Glimmers are the opposite to triggers. So when we're triggered, we might have thoughts about how someone's being really annoying and we'll feel irritable and we might snap. And then afterwards, get on with our work, return to baseline a bit slowly, but eventually return to baseline until we're triggered again. And this is normal. We go through quite a few triggers in each day and we come back to baseline. So that's a normal experience. I'm not talking about being triggered into a traumatic memory, although a trigger that we have day to day can trigger that off. But I'm just talking about the day-to-day triggers and then going back to normal levels. And I know for some of us it can take us longer to get back to that normal baseline level, depending on what kind of day we've had or our patterns of negative thinking that we've got into, the shoulds and the musts and perfectionism tendencies, and then maybe even triggering traumatic memories. But we'll deal with that in another episode, because for this one, I just want to talk to you about how those small triggers that we have day to day, which we then return to baseline, are a normal experience. But the opposite of that are the glimmers. And the glimmers are the flashes of activity in our nervous system that make us feel safe and connected. So rather than being mobilised for action and the fight or flight, the glimmers are the feelings of safety and connection and feeling engaged with the world around us and with other people and with ourselves. And they're a bit harder to notice than the activating arousal and on guard triggers. Glimmers are a little bit harder to notice. So that's okay, because you can become better at noticing them and using them to your advantage. So I'd like to ask you to think about a memory. Bring up a memory, when it's all right if it takes a while to find one, but bring up a memory of a time when you shared something with somebody else. Maybe a friend or a colleague, doesn't matter who it is, but something that you shared with them so that you felt in that communication with that person, you felt understood, you felt in tune with them, you felt connected, and you felt safe. So bring up that memory and notice what you can see when you bring up that memory. So where were you? Were you sitting down? Was it nighttime? Was it daytime? Were you sitting across from each other at a table? Were you lying down? What sorts of thoughts were going through your mind at the time? What was the feeling? And what is the feeling now when you bring up this memory? Is it a happy memory? A feeling of being peaceful? Feeling liked? Feeling connected? Feeling safe? Whatever that feeling is, put that together with the memory now and notice that feeling with that memory. Now just notice what your body's doing. Are you looking upwards, to the side? Are you sitting back in your chair, feeling relaxed? Or are you sitting upright, feeling alive and engaged? What is your body doing right now? Just notice that, because that's part of the glimmer. So it's the memory, it's the image, it's the thoughts going through your mind about sharing or feeling connected or feeling in tune with that person or feeling understood. And it's that feeling that you get with it of safety or connection or passion. It's that feeling, and it's what your body is doing while you're noticing this experience. Notice what your body's doing. So all of that, all of those things together are the glimmers for this feeling of safety and connection. So you can use that, because that feeling is something that's going to help you to feel connected and safe, and that is a feeling that our nervous systems really like. It activates something called the ventral vagal nerve, which is a very important nerve in the body for feeling good, feeling calm, feeling soothed, feeling regulated. It's a very strong feeling that you can activate when you think of people, places, things that make you feel safe and connected. Just use that memory if you have trouble finding other examples of it. But when it happens to you now, or when you're somewhere where you feel connected and safe, notice that. When you're having a communication with somebody and you feel really connected and understood, notice that. Take a snapshot. It's a glimmer for you. And you can use those. You're not always going to get on with everybody, we're not always going to get on with everybody. Some people are going to trigger us. But instead of just focusing on that and getting really riled up, you can bring yourself back to your baseline and feeling better a bit quicker if you notice the people and the places and the things that make you feel safe and connected. So use that and look for your glimmers. I'll see you next week. Take care and be kind to yourself if you can.